The most effective thing that I have found that helps me stop caring about what people think so I can actually do the things I want to do is to just do the things that I'm scared people will judge me for. It sounds simple, and it is simple, but it's super hard to implement. And the first step is to ask yourself, if there's something you really want to do and you're not doing it, are you being honest with yourself about why you are not doing it? And when you ask yourself that question and the answer is, I'm scared what people might think of me, or I don't want to be judged by anyone, then that is the exact thing you need to be doing next. The second thing you need to do is ask yourself, what type of judgment am I worried about? There are actually different types of judgment and fear, and you need to ask yourself, which kind of judgment am I scared of? So for example, you might not want to do a public speaking event because you don't want to fall flat on your face or forget your speech or something like that, because you don't want to look unintelligent, and that's a fear of looking stupid. You might not want to take a higher paying job or a promotion because you're worried that you don't know the answers to everything yet, or that you don't have enough experience, and that would be a fear of inadequacy. You might not want to start a business that you've always wanted to start because you worry about, what if I fail and then everyone thinks I'm a failure, and that's a fear of ruining your reputation. And over the years, I've learned to become very efficient and good at asking myself those two questions, and it has led me to being able to do so many different things that I was worried I would be judged for, but I did them in spite of that judgment. The first example was when I left medicine. There was a whole lot of opinions and judgment coming from people around me about whether or not that was the right decision for me, but I did it anyway in spite of that judgment. And more recently, I applied for a position at a nonprofit, and I was so anxious that I wasn't actually adequate enough or good enough to do this position. But that was the moment that I felt like, I'm so anxious for this. That's the reason why I know that this is the thing I need to do, because I need to get rid of that fear and anxiety. And honestly, the only way to overcome that fear and anxiety is to do it and give yourself the evidence that you can do it. Otherwise, you always have this thought in your mind that you're not capable of it. And as I've learned this skill and just kept doing the things that I wanted to do despite the fear of judgment that might come with it, I've really found so much freedom in that, because now I just do the things that I want to do without being worried what society will think of me or what society thinks I should have done. And the fear has so little power over me now, because I know as soon as it appears, what I need to do and what I've taught myself to do is to run towards it instead of running away from it. And it can't have any power when I'm just going to go charging at it. It can't keep me stagnant and scared when it knows that I'm just going to charge towards it. And there's absolutely no trick to it. It is very, very simple, although it is very hard to do, because there are so many people, in my life included, that want to do certain things but that are stopping themselves from doing it because they fear that other people around them will judge them. And usually it's not even like their closest friends and family. It's like, oh, that one person from high school that I haven't spoken to in 20 years is gonna laugh at this for 2 seconds and then probably forget about it for the rest of their lives. Like, when you say it out loud, it's so ridiculous, but that holds so many of us back, and it held me back for a long time too. And being aware of the fact that you might be judged for something and then doing it anyway does take a lot of courage. Over the years, this has really been the main thing that has allowed me to do things like leave a career that I didn't love, start a new career that I do love, move to a new country alone, make new friends, lose old toxic friends, and so much more. And I've been developing this skill over time, and I highly recommend you develop it too, because the only moments in my life where I have felt truly free and happy has been when I've lived life on my own terms and not on the terms of others. So go, please go practice doing the fear, practice feeling the fear and doing it anyway. All right, I'll catch you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.